bid as well in the online fashion upon which we are today. And then from that point forward, I'll open up and I'll call for your competitive bidding. The property we are selling, known in the contract as lot number 137 on plan 013309, volume of the title of 07345, folio 906. Lots of numbers, but in essence, what we're selling is 6 Winbourne Road in Mount Waverley. Today's sale does include all the fixtures and fittings. So it includes the light fittings, the window furnishings, the floor coverings, etc. They're all stuck and they're of a permanent nature and they form part of the contract here today. We are selling via a public auction whereby a 10% deposit is required upon signing of the contract. You can do that in a number of ways, but the main way that we're going to see you do it if you're purchasing here today is to transfer a $20,000 deposit today via your bank or your online banking system. And then you can place the balance of the 10% in on Monday. So that would make up your 10% of the deposit amount if you are successful here today. Very, very flexible settlement terms on offer for you today. 30, 60, 90, or 120 days. So a variety of settlement arrangements there that make it very, very easy for you. If you've got any other settlement arrangement outside of that you haven't discussed with Nicholas or one of his team, then make sure that you're in contact with them right now so that they can approve it and so that we can put you in a position to be able to compete and bid for the auction here today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, settlement terms, deposit terms, I mentioned the rules for today's auction, fairly simple. They are that the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available before the start of today's auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors do have a reserve price, and as the auctioneeer, I'll indicate bids on request, and the law prohibits false bids, major disruptions by bidders and bidders preventing others from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules today do permit vendor bids, and the words during the auction are used to make a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law, only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. So there are the rules, the terms of the contract, the go-to people to help you. Before I talk about the property and get us underway, I want to point you to the chat box, which is, if you're on a PC, on the right-hand side of your screen. If you're on a phone, probably towards the bottom of your phone, but the chat box where Nicholas has been placing messages on how to bid. That is how you will do your bidding here today, ladies and gentlemen, placing your paddle number first, followed by the full amount that you wish to bid here today. Then it will appear on the screen shortly where you see those beautiful photos of the property scrolling through, and it will go green once we get the green light to put it on the market and sell from that point forward. But if you have any questions on how to bid, or if you'd like to voice your bid, you can also do that. And the staff are also on the phone with some of you to help you with your bidding as well. So we've got all bases covered for you to be able to put your best foot forward and purchase this fantastic and home and opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, the home itself, well, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 3 car accommodation, and some 738 square meters of approximate land with about an 18 to 19 meter frontage there as well. Perfect location, central Mount Waverley. So this is as prime location in Mount Waverley as it gets, being Winbourne Road. The land component allows for 2 townhouses, subject to council approval, of course, but 2 sizable townhouses of good quality and value we could expect there in the future. Or perhaps you could work with the home itself. The home largely original, but with some updates, including the kitchen, etc., allows for you to live in the home as is, renovate, restore, extend, etc. It all allows for you that with that land component, the size, the structure, and the bones of the home being perfect for all of that as well. Or simply you might want to knock down and build a large luxury home, the dream home that you've been looking for, designing, or perhaps have seen prior to lockdowns. You've been through a few display villages and understand what it is you want to build on this allotment of land. But on 738 square meters, as you can see, you have got lots and lots of options. You may look to invest, and may you look to use the capital growth that's continuing in the area, in the market as well, to raise your portfolio. And indeed, down the track, you might decide to build 2 townhouses or that luxury home then. But certainly the home, the opportunity, the land gives you so much choice. And that's what you want when you buy real estate in Mount Waverley and in Melbourne. Buyers, you can see from the pictures that the home is livable, rentable, and is an opportunity for you to knock down, build, etc. It is only going to be up to you whether you purchase here today by placing in that bid in the chat box and making sure you do that in great timing before I knock it down. The final rule on how I sell here today, I'm going to call it 3 times. First call, second call, third and final call, and when the hammer hits the contract like so, the property will be sold. I cannot take a bid or offer after that takes place, so make sure you've let us know if you're in or out at that pointy end when we're about to sell the property. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to kick us off and get us underway. I'm going to leave it in your hands now for a fair and reasonable start. 6 Winbourne Road, Mount Waverley, the home, the opportunity that you've seen over this period of time is now in front of you to place your bid in the chat box. Paddle number first, price second. Get your bid in now. Let's see where we go. Underway now. 6 Winbourne Road, Mount Waverley. Buyers, looking forward to hearing your voices or your chat box messages now as we get underway. Our staff are online there to help you, but we need you to kick things off now. Place that opening bid so we can get going here and we can offer the property to you. And you could be signing contracts, getting a sold sticker up, and then moving in or looking towards your development plans in the near future. 6 Winbourne Road, ladies and gentlemen, place your bid in the chat box. We're off and running now. Otherwise, I'll place a bid to kick things off if we need to, but I'd rather you do and you put that bid in while I'll be the guide to that price. But over to you, bidders and buyers. Need to place that bid in there, waiting for you, and it'll give you plenty of time and opportunity to do so. 6 Winbourne Road, Mount Waverley. Your opportunity, bidders and buyers, now. Place that bid in the chat box. Get us underway. A pristine neutral kitchen on your screen at the moment. Lovely bathroom as well. The colour's probably back in fashion too, so don't display there. Up to you, bidders and buyers, to place that opening bid or offer. Use the chat box on the right-hand side, paddle number first, price second, allowing you to get us underway. Otherwise, you can voice your bid by unclicking the microphone, using your voice to voice that bid, and then we'll punch it in on the screen. It'll appear shortly. Otherwise, looking for an opening bid now, bidders and buyers. If I haven't seen anything on the screen, I'll kick things off with an opening bid and I'll place the vendor bid at $1,500,000. That'll take us and get us underway at $1,500,000 is the bid. It's with me as a vendor bid and we're off and running now. I'll call for a rise of $20,000 to make it nice and easy from there. 152 will be the next bid I seek. Otherwise, $1,500,000 will pop up on your screen in just a moment. And there it is at $1,500,000, the current bid, and the bid is with me. 152 is what I'm looking for. Puts you in front, gives you the first opportunity to negotiate with us if you're the highest bidder here today and looking for that rise now from any bidder at all. At $1,500,000 is the bid. 520 is what I'm looking for to put you in front and give you the best chance to be able to buy here today. As I said before, that the highest bidder or buyer, if we haven't put it on the market, the highest bidder or buyer will have that first right and opportunity to negotiate with us. And 99% of the time in this market, and certainly for some time, that potential buyer ends up being the purchaser at the very end. So all you need to do is stay in front to give yourself the best chance to purchase here today. At $1,500,000 now, 520 anywhere at all. Place your bid in the chat box, voice your bid, or through our staff. At $1,500,000 now, calling for a rise of 20 to put you in front. Bidders and buyers, your time now to punch in the chat box your bid or offer so that we can get underway. $1,500,000 is the bid. 520 anywhere at all. Place it in the chat box. Now's your chance and time. Calling for that rise at 20. Can't do it without you, bidders and buyers. So no point being reluctant to bid at this stage. You know what the market's doing. You know what it's going to do in the near future as well. It's going to continue to increase. Back to realestate.com is not where I want to see you fighting over property and paying hundreds of $1,000s more down the track, because that's what will happen if we're not participating here today at $1,500,000 now, calling for that rise of $20,000 from there, making it nice and easy for you. At $1,500,000, 520 now, I'm going to call 3 times. If we don't see a bid, then I'm going to have to pass the property in, negotiate with all parties after auction. You lose that transparency of the online platform and the bidders bidding against each other, so you won't be able to see or hear what's happening in the background. You'll simply have to put in your best offer and may or may not be able to purchase the property here today. At $1,500,000 now, I'm going to call 3 times from here. First time in the call now at $1,500,000. Second call at $1,500,000. Third and final call, all finished and done. Well, we've got 2 bids there. Paddle number 11, I see your bid first at $1,520,000. So at $1,520,000, I'll take that bid. Paddle number 11 has the bid. Paddle number 1, you're going to need to be in front of that. 540 is my suggested bid from there. At $1,520,000 is the bid. Had 1,520,000. Welcome along, latecomers. We've kicked off and we're underway. Had 1,520,000 is the bid. It's against paddle number 1. It's against you to follow up with a bid above the 1,520, as the 1,520 currently is being held by paddle number 11, who got in there just before you. Paddle number 11 in front at 1,525,40, can I say? Had 1,520,000 now. Had 1,520,000 is the bid. Paddle 11 in front against you. Paddle number 1. You're going to need to place your bid in the chat box if you want to be in front. Otherwise, if I pass it in, it is going to be to paddle number 11. And they will have that first ride and opportunity as I saw their bid first. Calling 3 times to do that. As such, if I don't see any better bid or rise from there, had 1,520,000 now for the first call. Had 1,520,000 for the second call. Annie, thank you for your bid. Paddle number 3, 1,550,000. That's the way to buy real estate. A good, strong bid there at 1,550,000. And surely there we are with the value that this location offers. I would have thought so. At 1,550,000 is the bid. At 1,550,000, paddle number 3 in front at this stage. And best chance to buy resides with you now. Had 1,550,000 against you, paddle 11, and against you, paddle number 1. You've got to be in front if you want the best chance to purchase here today. Had 1,550,000 and he's in front now, paddle number 3. Had 1,550,000, 560, can I say? Call for that $10,000 rise to make it nice and easy for you. 560 is what I'm looking for from here. Had 1,550,000 is the bid, 560, can I say? Easy bidding and buying still at this level and this stage in this location and land value. I can assure you, you will not be or not regret this opportunity to purchase, particularly at the level we're at the moment at 1,550,000. And he has that best chance to purchase here today, because if I pass it in, we will call you straight after, negotiate and finalize the sale, I'm sure. Otherwise, bidders and buyers are online. You may miss that opportunity if you don't place your bid in the chat box now, which I need to know as I call 3 times. There won't be a break. I'll call 3 times at this point in time. I'll pass into Annie if there's no better bid, and we'll look to negotiate now. First call again at 1,550,000. 560 the bid from paddle 17. Welcome along. Paddle 17 at 1,560,000 took that $10,000 rise against you. Annie now 570. Can I say? At 1,560,000 is the bid. 570. Can I say? Annie against you, also against paddle number 1. And paddle number 11 as well, if you're still in the mix. At 1,560,000 is the bid, 570, can I say? At 1,560,000, paddle 17 now has that opportunity, that right to negotiate with us straight afterwards. Should that be the case? And again, I call 3 times to do as such. If I don't see a bid in the chat box, then we negotiate straight away with you, paddle 17, and look to close the sale at 1,560,000 now, calling 3 times. First time in the call now at 1,560,000. Second call at 1,560,000. Third and final call, all finished and done at this stage.
Courtney, we're on the market.
Back in and on the market now, paddle 11, your bid at 1,570,000 on the market, and keys belong to you at this stage. If there's no better bid, we sell to you now. Make it crystal clear. Nicholas has called it. We're on the market and selling. You'll punch it in the chat box as well, just to be doubly sure. The green numbers on the screen indicate as such. And at 1,570,000, we sell away to you, paddle 11. If you're the lucky purchaser, we'll know shortly. Otherwise, against all other paddle numbers to see if you're in or out at this stage. Otherwise, I look to sell. Paddle 17 jumps in front at 1,580,000 now. At 1,580,000, there's the bid. You're buying now. Paddle 11 against you. Looking for 590 now to put you back in front. At 1,580,000, paddle 17's in front. 590 is what I look for, or perhaps round it up to 1.6 with a good strong bid. That's to let your competitors know that you've come here to buy. That's my advice, throwing the strong bid out there to see where it lands. 1,600,000 is what I look for. Against all parties here. Annie against you. NK, paddle number 1 against you as well. Paddle 11 against you. Paddle 17 is in front at 1,590,000. 90, it's paddle 77 back in front. 1.6 now, paddle number 6 fast bidding, new bidders in. Good luck to our bidders now. Paddle 6 in front at 1,600,000. Call for a rise of 10 or 20 from there. My suggestion, a $20,000 rise will put you in good stead. At 1,600,000, new bidder, paddle 6 has it. At 1,610,000 now, Eddie's back in front, paddle 77, 610's the bid. At 610's the bid. Against you, paddle 6. My advice, have your bid ready. So type it in, have it ready to go so that when you see your competitor throw that next bid in, all you need to do is hit enter and you're away and in front again. At 1,610,000, Eddie's in front, paddle 77, taken away now by paddle 6. At 1,620,000 is the bid. At 1,620,000, can I see 630, Eddie back in. Get your bids ready, 630. There it is. Good, fast, strong bidding there. Come to buy the property, letting us know that you want it. Paddle 77 in front now. 1,630,000 is the bid. Against you, paddle 6. Just the two of you in it at the moment and at this stage. Do we see 640 now? At 1,630,000, Eddie's in front, paddle 77. He's buying the property if there's no better bid. Once I call 3 times and knock it down, it's done. At 1,630,000, call for that rise of 10 now, paddle 6 against you, and any other bidders as well, it's against you now. As we look to close, if there's no better bid, we sell now. At 1,630,000 is the bid. 640, can I say? Going to start to call it down now 3 times and then look to sell. Paddle 6, paddle 17, need to know, are we still in or out? If you're out, place it in the chat box to let us know. If you're still in, you're going to need to place your bid very, very quickly as I start that countdown now. Paddle number 6 back in front. Take your $5,000 rise at 635. Eddie, my suggestion is to bump it up a further 10 and call it 645. Maybe even a 650 to let them know you've come here to buy, and that'll put you in front, perhaps a psychological barrier, and that might put you in the box seat to buy here today. 640 it is in the roundup bid of 5,000. I see you bid there at 1,640,000. Thank you, Eddie. Paddle 77 back in front of that $5,000 rise. Against you, paddle number 6 now. Where do we go from here? 640 is the bid, 645 or better will go. My suggestion, round it up to 650. See if anyone else has got anything left in the tank. You're still good value at this level for Central Mount Waverley. At 1,640,000, Eddie, paddle 77 in front. No bidder offer, we sell away. At 1,640,000 now, do I look to sell and call 3 times? Need to know from our buyers on screen. It's been just the two of you on the last few bids, the last 5 or 6 bids, just between the 2 parties at the moment. If there's any other parties or bidders on screen, then this is your time to get involved and place your bid in the chat box. Otherwise, you look to miss out as I start the final call now. First time in the call now at 1,640,000, and we're selling. Second call, 645, 650 back at you. 2 bids in succession there. Paddle 17 in front. At 1,650,000 is the bid. 650 is the bid now. Against you, paddle 6 and paddle 77 as well. EC paddle 17 in front at 1,650,000. We have the bid now. My advice, the strong bids are going to be the one that buys this property. Hotly contested, it's centrally located. There's no better land component property in Central Mount Waverley on the market at the moment. And certainly I can't see many more popping up online. Might be your last chance before the end of the year to purchase a property in this location and move forward with those plans to knock down, build your dream home, that unit development that you were thinking of doing. At 1,650,000, paddle 17 has all those opportunities and more as I look to call and sell now. First time in the call now at 1,650,000. We sell away paddle 17. Looks like you're in front if there's no better bid now. I look to sell. At 1,650,000 for the second call. 1,650,000 for the third and final call. Eddie sneaks back in with a $5,000 rise against you. Paddle 11 to respond quickly, if you will. 655's the bid. 660 or better we'll take. Eddie sneaks in front. Paddle 77's in front now against you. Paddle number 11, you'll need to bid and bid now if you want to put yourself back in front again. Otherwise, I call 3 times to sell. 655's the bid. Give you a moment or so for delays, for Wi-Fi, for phone conversations, family conversations, for you to make that best decision now. Put in your strong bid from here. We are at the pointy end of the auction, no doubt. $1,000 rise we take. No, 660, the $5,000 rise I see. Had 1,660,000's the bid. Had 1,660,000 the bid now. Eddie against you. 665 or better if you wish. 670 is my suggestion. Otherwise, you could be battling it out in $5,000 allotments for quite some time. A good strong bid of 10,000 or more is probably the way to go to sort out your competition, to see who's in or out. It's the way to do it. Had 1,660,000. Paddle 17 is in front at this stage against you, Eddie. Final moments in opportunity again. I'll always give enough time. I'm checking the time constantly to make sure I've given you ample time to place your bid in the chat box. Paddle 17, have your bid ready as well, just in case a bid comes through. It's ready in the chat box, ready to hit enter. Eddie, it's against you now. Paddle 11 sneaking back in with a $5,000 rise, and we take that. Paddle 17, hopefully you're ready with that advice, so you can just push enter now and call it 70. Had 1,665,000. Can we say 670 from here? Had 1,665's the bid. 670's the bid I'm looking for from here. Had 1,665. Paddle 11 is in front. Again, I'll give enough time to all other parties as I do. Paddle 17 and 77, it's both against you. For any further bid or rise, you're going to need to place it in the chat box now. Otherwise, you're going to miss that opportunity here today. Had 665 is the bid. Paddle 11 has it and will be purchasing if there's no further bid. Making that crystal clear, keys will be handed over 30, 60, 90 or 120 days to start the process of plans and permits or a new build or renovate, extend, live in, etc. The choice is yours. Paddle 11 has those choices and more now as I call away 3 times to sell. If I don't see a bid in there, Paddle 17 and Paddle 77, we sell away. I look towards you now for your final moments and opportunity to place your bid in the chat box before I knock it down. If you're done, if your bidding is finished, place it in the chat box to let us know. Paddle 6, if you're out, just write out in the chat box so we know. Paddle 17, I see your bid back over the top now, 670 with a $5,000 rise. Had 1,670,000. Thank you for letting us know. I see your message there that you are also done. Paddle 17's in front. $1,670,000 is the bid. Paddle 11 against you. Eddie also against you as well. Need to know if your bid is there. 675, Paddle 11 still with us. 675's the bid. We might determine a winner and a person who's going to sign contracts with us very, very shortly, but I suggest the strong bids from here to separate the 3 of you that are currently bidding. Paddle 11 in front, 1,675,000's the bid. Where do we go from here? Paddle 17 against you. Eddie also against you. And if you are out, place it in the chat box just so I know that you're out and that we've given you every opportunity to place your very best offer and bid here today, and then the staff can help find another opportunity for you somewhere else if need be. Had 1,675,000's the bid. Paddle 17 has it now, and we look to sell here. Paddle 11, giving you some time now. Paddle 17's in front at 680. Back in front now at 680. I'll give a moment or two as that bid's just come in over the top now at 1,680,000's the bid. At 1,680,000, do we see 690 from here? Paddle 11, it's against you again. Just the 2 of you in it at the moment, the 2 main buyers fighting for it at the very end perhaps. And that's where you want to be in any market, is just have one other competitor to compete against. And you're at that point now. It's a 50-50 chance of who's going to buy the property now. Paddle 17, it rests with you now. If I knock it down, it's all yours. Paddle 11, you need to know You've got only a few seconds before I start that countdown to sell. 690 is what I suggest from you. 1,680,000 is the current bid. First time in the call now, 1,680,000, and we are selling. Second call now, 1,680,000. Paddle 11 jumps in with a $5,000 rise there, just making it very, very close to the end there for the drama and the effect at 1,685,000 the bid. Paddle 11 in front. Straight back to you, paddle 17, 690 or better. Do we round it up to 1.7? Perhaps the psychological barrier. 690, I see you bid there at 1,690,000. The screen will update. There it goes at 690. Where do we go from here, paddle 11? Do we go to 1.7? As I was about to say, the psychological barrier, perhaps the strong bid, perhaps it's the knockout bid, perhaps it's your best bid. My advice, place that in the chat box to find out the answer. At 1,690,000 is the bid now. Paddle 17 has it. Paddle 11 against you. Final moments again, just the two of you in it. At 1,695,000, paddle 11 jumps back in front. Paddle 17, you get the luxury now of taking us to 1.7. 695 is the bid with paddle 11. 1.7 is the bid we seek from here. That'll put you in front, give you the best chance to buy from here. Again, as I mentioned before, it's just the two of you in it at this point in time. 50-50 chance on who buys the property here today and gets to move forward. At 1,695,000 now. Do I see the 1.7, paddle 17 calling from you? At 1,695,000 is the bid. There it is now at 1.7. Do we see another $5 or a $10,000 rise? Paddle 11. Need to know if you're seeking the advice of our staff. My advice also is probably similar to theirs. It's going to be the strong bids that buy this property here today. So my advice is bid and bid strong from here. Just the two of you left. That's all you need to know and worry about at the moment. At 1,700,000 is the bid. And again, as I said before, we sell away if there's no better bid from here. At 1,700,000 now, is it that psychological barrier? Paddle 11, are you still with us or not? Tell us in the chat box. Are you done? Is there more left in it? Can you give us another $10,000 rise from there? Final moment and opportunity before we knock down here. 705, you're still with us, I see. At 705 now, paddle 17. Do we round it to 710 or 15? Perhaps 720 even, the strong bids. Ask Nicholas, ask Passad, they're on screen. They happily give you the advice, help you secure the property here today. At 1,705,000 is the bid, paddle 11 in front now, 15 can I say. 20 would be a good bid. Calling from here 3 times to sell away if there's no better bid. At 1,705,000 now. First time in the call now at 1,705,000. Second call at 1,705,000 and we're selling. Paddle 17, need to know if you're in or out at this stage. Are we done? Finished? Paddle 17, if you're out or not, I need to know. At 1,705,000. Passan tells me to wait. I'll give a moment or so's time. Paddle 17, need to know if you're in or out. Paddle 11's in front at 705 at the moment. Going to call 3 times to sell very, very shortly. As I've said earlier, we are on the market. We are selling. Keys are ready to hand over. Give you a moment or so for technology and updating. I'll give a moment or two in that chat box for any other message to come through. But if you are done in your bidding here today, simply write done. Simply write out in the chat box so we know. Otherwise, I look to call 3 times and sell. At 1,705,000, the bid here now. And we're selling. Passan, I've given a moment or so. Let me know if your bidder or buyer is still in or out at this stage and what that bid looks like as we look to sell away here. Central Mount Waverley, Winbourne Road. Incredible opportunity, rare property to come to the market. Call 3 times to sell away now. Here we go. First time in the call now at 1,705,000, and we sell away. Panel 17, haven't heard from you if you're in or out, so I've got to take the absence as that you are out at this stage. Second call now at 1,705,000, and we are selling. Paddle number 1 comes in over the top at 710. I see your bid there, paddle number 1. Paddle number 1 at 710 is the bid. Nicholas says, wait, but I've got to tell you, you could miss out. You've got to be quick at this point in time. I'm at that pointy end. I get trigger happy, call it 3 times to sell it. You've got to make sure that you type in the chat box, as Abby suggested. If you are out, place it in the chat box that you are out and done. We'll look for another property if we can for you. Otherwise, 1,710,000 currently with paddle number 1 in front. We look to sell away again, and I look to call 3 times. Paddle 11 back in front now, call it 715. Now with a $5,000 rise, paddle number 1 against you for 720 if you wish from here. That's your next bid. That's where you need to be at 720 if you want to buy paddle number 1. Surely not a cameo appearance late. I'm sure that there's more in it at 720. Can I say, call that $5,000 rise now. Have it in your box ready to hit enter. 720 on the bid. Can I see? 715 is what I have. Paddle 11 in front. $1,715,000, 720. Can I say paddle 11 has the bid? It's now shifted to paddle 1 back to 720. There's your bid, the $5,000 rise. I see it on my screen now. At 1,720,000, paddle 11 against you, 730. Can I say? I call for that $10,000 rise. We would have got there had you took the advice earlier. My advice, take it now. 730 is what I look for from here. 720 is what we've got. At 1,720,000, paddle 1's in here late to steal the show and buy the home at 1,720,000. At 1,720,000, 730. Can I say paddle 11 against you before I start the call to knock it down and sell here away? 1,720,000 for the first call. Second call, 725. See you bid there at 11, nice and ready to go. Paddle number 1, hopefully you've had your next bid ready in the chat box just to hit enter on. Have it typed up. Paddle 11, I'd suggest the same. You're in front at the minute, but I'd probably suggest having that next bid ready and prepared. Type it in, get ready to hit enter. 1,725,000. Although you're in front, be ready. Paddle number 1 might still be with us. Paddle number 1, if you are with us, let us know. There it is, 735. Good, strong bid, $10,000 rise. That's what I was looking for. That's what's going to separate the two of you. That's how to buy real estate in Mount Waverley and in Melbourne itself. At $1,735,000. Paddle 11 against you. 745, can I say? 740 follows up with a quick $5,000 bid. Paddle 1 against you for that fast, strong bid again if you wish. 750, can we say? There it is. 750 it is. At 1,750,000, the right tactic to buy. But paddle 11, don't be intimidated. Throw it back, a $10,000 rise, and put yourself back in front if you can. At 760 is what I can call for. From paddle 11, where do we go from here? 750 is the bid. At $1,750,000, 755. Back to you, paddle 1. Do we go to 765? 755, 765. There we are. Good strong bid. Paddle 11 against you now. Do we go to 770? 1,765's the bid. At 1,765. Abby will update all the latecomers as to where we stand at the moment. But if you've come half an hour in and you've come here to bid and buy a property, well, it's still available to you. Better late than never, and we're still ready to sell. 770 is the bid now. Paddle 11 back in front. Paddle 11, it's with you. 777, 80. Good strong bid again. Paddle 1, that's how to buy. 780 is the bid. At $1,780,000 is the bid. It's on your screen now. It's in green. At $1,780,000 is the bid. Paddle 11 against you. A $5,000 rise or better we take it. 785. There you go. 785 is the bid. Do we go to 795 or 1/8 this knockout bid? 1,785 is the bid. Paddle 1 against you. Take us to 1.8 million. Let them know you've come to buy. At 1,795,000, I see you bid there, the $10,000 rise. Welcome back in there. At paddle 11, where will you take us? A further 5 takes us to 1.8. Are we there? Let us know in the chat box now. 1,795, 1.8, there it is. At 1,800,000's the bid. At 1,800,000's the bid now. Do we go a further rise of 10 from there? Paddle number 1, 810, what do we say? 1.8's the bid. Don't let it be a psychological barrier for yourself now. 810, there it is. Good strong bidding continues at 810. At $1,810,000 is the bid. Against you, paddle 11, still just the two of you in it. I can see you both want it, but I certainly can't see you both living together. You're going to need to separate each other. At 810's the bid. Passan liked that one. I saw him smile on screen. At 1,810,000's the bid. Paddle 1 has it now. 815, the follow-up bid, the $5,000 rise. Do we go to 825? Paddle number 1 against you. $1,815,000 is the bid. Do we go to 25 from here? At 1,815,000 now. Well, there's the news. You could be out at this stage. I will come back to you in a moment or so, just in case. We want to make sure that you've thrown it the kitchen sink at this one, because this is one of the best properties and land locations you're going to find in the southeast and east of Melbourne. 1,815,000. Paddle 11 has it in front at the moment. Paddle number 1 suggesting that you're out at this stage. Our staff are going to double and triple check with you before I knock it down. Any and all other bidders, you need to know now that we are down to our last one bidder. Perhaps if you're not any further rise or bid from any other party, I'm going to knock it down on that third and final call. So I need to know now if you're in or out. 1,815,000. Otherwise, we sell away here. This fantastic home and opportunity, 6 Winbourne Road in Mount Waverley. Listing agents Nick and Passan, they're ready to take your further bid or ready to sign contracts. Paddle 11 in front, 1,815,000. Paddle number 1, if you are definitely done and dusted, I'm going to knock it down now on that third and final call. So I need to make sure you're out. All other bidders and parties need to make sure you're out now as I look to proceed to knock it down. Here we go. First time in the call now at 1,815,000, and we're selling. Second call at 1,815,000, and we're selling. Third and final call, all finished and done. Silent in the chat box, silent in the audio. Our second highest bidder says they're out. I've waited a couple of minutes now as we called it at the third time. We are selling. Paddle number 11, get ready. First, second, third, final calls. Selling. Congratulations, we are sold. For investors, buyers, and those watching online, we wish you a very, very good weekend. And for all your buying and selling needs, please contact and reach out to Nicholas and his team at Ray White in Mount Waverley for all your help. Thank you again. Have a fantastic weekend.